What is up, everyone? Nathan back with a Showdown live, and it's been a long time since we recorded one of these, so I'm eager to get back into it, which I hate how often I say that. I feel like that's my version of Ludwig's boys, the plan is simple, but oh well. Regardless, we have a great team today to try out. This team comes to us courtesy of Cer0pr. People who follow the channel for a while will recognize this name, PKS Cer0pr, and also it was sent to me from his friend Young Lattery, so should be a very fun team. I think this guy's know what he's doing, but it's definitely gonna be relying on some unpredictability here, because the first two things that first jump out at you are the hail offense, which is similar to a sand rush Excadrill, but instead we're using Arctovish. And if that seems garbage, you're not super wrong, but the big thing is that when you get hail set up, Arctovish is decently strong. It's got decent dual typing and it has Vicious Rend, which is really notable. It hits almost as hard as a Dracovish 2 when under choice band, and it's faster than even a Pheromosa when hail is up a Slush Rush, which is surprising because you think that 55 double to be 110, right? But that's not how the doubling works. So Arctovish is very fast. It's of course ridiculously strong. I think can super easily wall it, maybe a Ferrothorn, we'll see. But we also have a lot of unpredictability in the set with we have Hex Substitute Spectreer, which is becoming more and more common nowadays. So maybe a little bit of unpredictability there, but certainly not completely wild. But we do have a Scarf Excadrill, which I love. The fact that it doesn't have Rapid Spin concerns me, especially on a team with this much hail members. And you know, if that Zapdos loses its boots too, then we're in big trouble. But as I mentioned right here, if we're in a long game, we're gonna be in some big trouble. Oh, it's a little bit askew, isn't it? Let me fix. Hold on. Work behind the scenes here going. Okay, we got it fixed. And my first thought with his Rillaboom was to throw in a Grassy Seed because it looks like a setup sweeper Rillaboom. But again, I feel like a lot of this set is reliant on sort of surprise offense and catching people off guard. And so I think the choice banded Rillaboom is also the most common right now by far. So if the Grassy Seed on the other hand completely gives away what set you're using. So if the idea behind this is to not sort of show your hand and they're expecting a U-turn from you and you acrobatics, and again, you don't need any item to use acrobatics, so maybe you rip a Sword Stance on their surprise, you do something like that. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe they just forgot on the second team that they sent me to add a Grassy Seed here. We really can't be sure. Would genuinely not be surprised if I got a message saying, bro, yeah, I just screwed up. I forgot the Grassy Seed, that's it. But for now, I'm gonna hope that's just some heat surprise tech here. But we are up against, looks like some RU teamed here. And I haven't even mentioned that we were doing really well on the ladder for the last couple of videos, and then things have taken a turn. So I don't know if the hail is the thing that's going to renew that, but we got to get into it regardless. I like this lead matchup because again, we could have any of the dragons, plus it helped us beat Salazzle, so I'm glad we did this as a lead. I wonder if they'll be cocky enough to stay in. I can always go for rocks afterwards, but now that I think about it, a fighting type move from this thing would be truly devastating. So we can go to Spectreer on them. We do a lot of things. Spectreer seems pretty strong actually. The other option is Zapdos with a Hurricane, which I don't dislike. And it's actually going to be hard to get this Arctovish in without any pivot moves. None of these Pokemon have pivot moves whatsoever, so it's going to rely on a lot of smart plays, and we're going to have to have a great read on what our opponent's doing here. So I could go to Zapdos on a Defog on the rocks. I could Hurricane afterwards. I could go to Spectreer in case they do a fighting type move. Actually, Zapdos is the safest because even if they do a fighting type move, Zapdos is completely shrugging it off, which is the case. They should absolutely fear Hurricane right now. But honestly, this is a case where it's good to look at your opponent's matchups because I don't see the most comfortable swap in. Okay, they go to Slowking Galar. Is it AV? No, I think that's probably the boot set. I can Hurricane here. I can Psychic. Got a lot of options. I might go straight to Arctovish. I don't know what this thing's going to send it as, but Arctovish is a pretty opposite typing. Future Sight was a pretty easy bet, I guess. Now, Vicious Rend is going to hit hard for 5 turns. My opponent is not loving the situation, I bet. I bet that Dragon Bolt can take 1 maybe, but there's also that hail chip to consider, right? 6% is not negligible. Rillaboom would take 1, I think. Kommo-o would probably take 1 if it's that defensive set that it looks like. So they have options, but nothing sustained. This should be a 2-hit KO. Not at all. Arctovish, that's pathetic, man. Come on, Arctovish. We were really counting on you here. I could have predicted that with the Psychic Bangs, of course, but I just want to see how much damage it would do. Or, you know, Icicle Crash is a good dual typing. Oh, and the Future Sight comes in. That was me rolling my eyes super hard there because I should have known better. Let's see. I can go to Spectreer here. I can go to Rillaboom. I can go back to Arctovish and start ripping some ice moves, which isn't terrible. I wonder if Salazzle will get 2 KO'd by those ice moves. That's an interesting question. Oh, it's Icicle Spear too. Ugh. Now we're really rolling the dice then. Well, I think I'll try it just because we still have some good turns. It's one of my best threats to get Kommo-o out. Still pretty mad at myself that it did all that damage. I wonder if it's a spec set because it was in the back of my mind, but I wasn't expecting it to completely destroy our Zapdos like that. That was shocking. I should calc it. If this was like a serious game, I'd be calcing it and being like, okay, does it need to be running this or this? But frankly, it might have just been the simple factor that our Zapdos is specially attack investment with no health. That might be it. I've almost never used offensive Zapdos. I haven't tried out Rain. I've been hearing that this exact set in the Rain is a menace right now, and I haven't used it at all. So maybe that's the difference here. Opponent taking our time here. Maybe they're looking for the ice move. Maybe they're suggesting that I might do an over prediction here. They might be calcing if Salazzle can take an Icicle Spear. Icicle Spear will help with Salazzle actually because it can't set up a substitute at all, obviously. And honestly, with the choice banned, I'd be surprised if Salazzle doesn't get hit pretty hard. Now, a good thing to know actually right now is that even though we're Icicle Spearing in Hail, we get no damage buff. It's not like Sun. You know, I experimented with an RU, a Raikou Weather Ball set. I thought this would be so cool. Raikou's gonna hit just as hard as Venusaur does in Sun. But of course, the most important thing to note is that a Weather Ball goes from 50 to 100 in any weather. And then in Sun or in Rain, it gets another 50% boost because the same type is boosted by its conditions. But Hail and Sand, even though they affect Weather Ball, and even though like they give you speed boosts on your Excadrills and your Arctovish, they don't actually improve the power of any of your moves. They do up for Salazzle here. After quite a long time thinking about it, we're gonna have to get like a 5 hit, or instead we get a 2 hit. It's almost like this is a low tier Pokemon for a reason, huh? But I don't really care about Salazzle getting low, or Spectre getting low. The question is if they use a fire move. I actually predict a substitute, in which case, what's our best option? I could just let this thing go. If we get a 3 hit, they can't substitute on us. Let's give that a shot. This thing's got a good-ish matchup, but it's just hitting so weakly right now that I'm disappointed. They do substitute, so I get that right, and they die in the Hail. Beautiful. Never mind. I take it back. Arctovish should be OU right now. They're winning the title. Arctovish pops off, and then that will see the Rillaboom. And if it was banded, honestly, our Zapdos wouldn't have been that good of an answer either. I think I'll force the Grassy Glide here. Okay, they do that. If it's banded, then we can go to our own Rillaboom here, and I can Swords Dance on a swap, and then we're looking okay if that's the case. Yeah, all Swords Dance probably on a swap to, I'm guessing, Kommo-o. That should be good. If they, I'd be surprised if they stay in. They are banded. Most sets are banded. The fact, again, my opponent should be looking at this. They should go, okay, no Grassy Seed popped off. It's just a normal Rillaboom. But then we'll Swords Dance, and then we'll Acrobatics to Kommo-o. The Trick Factor, I guess, does play a role. If we were Grassy Seed, I don't really know what big disadvantage we'd have otherwise, but it should be fine. All Acrobatics here. Later, Kommo-o. Who do they go to here? It must be Dracovish they go to here. In which case we should do a calc because this is very important. So Rillaboom, Swords Dance, +2, and then only have a Life Orb too. Life Orb might do the trick better as well. I'm starting to think this is just a mistake and not just going for manipulation here. And if we're looking at a choice specs, a Grassy Glide is close. If we had gotten those rocks up, we'd be looking at an Oko. Well, then we have to ask ourselves, is Dragapult losing health worth it, right? Because then we could maybe clean up with Spectre, but if it's a banded Rillaboom like it almost certainly is, then we're in huge danger. So don't love that. We'll keep Excadrill for comfy here. They go to their own Rillaboom. Are they going for Speed Tie? We are not jolly. So they Grassy Glide instead. They just want to get their chip. Maybe they're not certain about the Dragapult matchup. So we take out Rillaboom, which is huge because now Excadrill's a win con. So I'm actually probably just going to Grassy Glide here on the knockout. They go to Slowking, huh? Well, it does resist our Grassy Glide, I guess. And they definitely have a... No, they often run Scald, actually. If this is a common Slowking set, then they don't have a poison move. In which case, I don't know, what's stronger in the grass? Well, now that I've opened this thing, I'm going to be stuck to it, aren't I? Slowking Galar, not Assault Vest, probably Heavy Duty Boots. What's faster with Grassy Terrain up? Oh, this is the wrong set too. Come on. Acrobatics is a little bit weaker than Grassy Glide. Okay, I'm glad I checked that because I wouldn't have known. It's 51, it's 2 a KO. They will Sludge Bomb. Okay, so maybe they were an offensive set. Maybe they are specs, in which case the Scarf Exegil is looking really lovely. I can Ironhead, I can high horsepower. Is Ironhead gonna do it versus this thing? Well, I think they're choice locked actually, so I think we're safe. Or to be high horsepower. I think high horsepower might be better. Okay, played it safe, played it a little bit safe. Comfy can't really threaten us. Dragapult might have a fire type move, in which case I'd swap to. I think I swapped to Aurorus, just looking for the ice chip, honestly. Just looking for ice chip. Oh wow, and it takes it up. I don't know if we live a second after all this, so that might be poor luck. Maybe I sack Spectre and get this thing in again. No, it'll take too much of the Stealth Rocks. That's too bad. Yeah, it does knock us out. What's the roll here on Excadrill? I told myself I wasn't gonna use it that much, but here we are. No, Excadrill, let's do Sand Rush, doesn't matter. The high horsepower versus Specs Dragapult. I think Specs Dragapult, I don't know if it can knock us out in this range. Maybe after rocks. Shadow Ball is at 83 and we will be, we should be fine. It's 2-hit KO afterwards. So is Ironhead. I might do Ironhead just so they can't do a 2-hit, or they can't swap out. And Spectre might be able to take out Comfy afterwards too. Alright. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's also 0 accuracy, or 0 mischance either. Oh, is it Scarf? Okay, now we're in roll situation. Oh, this got so needlessly messy because it's Scarf. That explains why I couldn't take out the Aurorus. I could actually, man, the fact that it's Scarf, I could have gotten the Spectre. Might have blown this. Might have blown this. Maybe the fact that it's Scarf means I should have sacked the Excadrill there and let Spectre finish off. But we'll see right now. I think it's a roll probably, but they take it. Oh, that's a killer. A Scarf Dragapult. My heart. Oh, that was so sad. That's worth whipping this out for the first time on the YouTube channel. This is my emotion after thinking it was Specs. I couldn't believe it. It is much better nowadays with the current speeds here, but that really hurts. That's a hurts donut. Okay, but let's take a look at this matchup. We gotta move on. We gotta move past that. And if we're looking at Shuckle, does Shuckle do much to prevent our Spectre from setting up? They do get Encore, plus they'll have a Dragapult, so Substitute's not really getting as much in the long run. I could set up with Rillaboom. I could do some Arctovish. I could just set up Arctovish, honestly. Some Stealth Rocks up. Rocks does suck for this team for sure, but what are you gonna do? Actually, they get that up too, which is, I forgot about the webs. Problematic. I doubt Arctovish can do this in 2. So, oh, it does though. That's pretty nice, but it's pretty slow at this point. I think Nidoking it can't come in. Maybe your Shifu can. It's got to be a Scarf Zapdos, in which case we'll go to our own Zapdos. I can't imagine it's coming in that confidently unless it's Scarfed. I could Roost. Oh, that's tough. Oh, we don't have Roost. I have to defog. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, they're defined. I think they are choice locked. I made a double switch to my Spectre on this. Tempting to Will-O-Wisp their Shifu. I think I'll substitute in case A, they have Sucker Punch, but B, I can predict what's going for here. And I don't actually, that was dumb because it's not like I have a dark type to swap to right now. Do we need Zapdos? It'd be kind of nice. It would be kind of nice. Whereas Spectre, definitely some good matchups too. I forgot that it's Speed Tech Coco. That's powerful. I mean, if I Wisp, I can go to Zapdos and threaten with a Hurricane, but I'd rather have Spectre than a Zapdos. Plus, we're a Hail team. Plus, I get the huge static. That's massive. Let's go to our Rillaboom, and I can Superpower, and then that would... They're probably expecting a U-turn, and Rillaboom Superpower might overplay my hand here. How fast is a Paralyzer Shifu? Let's take a look really quick. I can zoom in on this actually for you guys. Although it's on the wrong side of the screen, isn't it? I got my overlay block and everything. I'll just have to vocalize it. 161. Okay, so our Arctovish is faster, in which case, let it rip. Don't have a swap here. Dragobolt's their best resist, but then it's completely crippled. Oh, they were Life Orb and they missed the Sucker Punch. I think we take a Sucker Punch. They crit this one and make up for it. So the full pair didn't matter. Although it kind of mattered because Fisher Sprint would have done 54%. Oh, but it did because they still were actionable first. Okay, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Are they really brave enough to click close combat here again? I wouldn't be surprised if they brave bird here. If they do close combat, well. Okay, U-turn. Okay. I see you. Nidoking makes an appearance. We are no counter for this thing. I can go to Rillaboom if I'm feeling really gutsy, but I think a Sludge Wave is just too risky. I'll rocks in the off chance we live. Nope. But now we can go back to Arctovish. We can start blasting. Are we faster than Scarf Zapdos? I can't go back to the calc. I can't. I've spent too long in there. Not going back. It does put them in a nasty situation with their Zapdos though, where I can go to Spectrier, and I'd be scared about that if I were them. Believe or faster. If it's Scarf, I want to know this time. If it's the Scarf Dragobolt, I want to know. They go to their Tapu Koko on the sack, puts us up a Pokemon. Now, okay, so a stage 1 boost will bring us 50. This is about a base 60. So that'll bring it into the range of like the 120s, 130 speed tier. So we should be faster if it's Scarfed. We should be faster if this is Scarfed. I was wrong. Okay. That's important. We still have Rillaboom. We still have Excadrill. We don't know what set anyone is running, which concerns me. If they're Brave Bird, Excadrill's really my only play here. I can Rock Slide, which would get chip on this Dragapult and maybe put us in range for Rillaboom to take it. I could Toxic in case they swap to Dragapult. Really tough. I would really like to know what the Dragapult set is, because if it's Specs, that's very, very bad. And Excadrill is my best bet here. I think I'll Rock Slide in case they stay in, which they do. Although Ironhead might have done it. Oh, because of the Fighting type resist. I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay. This Spectre I don't think can do anything against this squad. Even if it's Specs Dragapult, it's too low. Even if it's Scarf Dragapult, we would die to it. We would get O-code. And if it's Specs, we're still outsped. So I'm down to sack my Spectrier, hoping that they knock themselves out with a Brave Bird chip, or just actually Hail's gonna do it next turn alone. And then I can get to the afterwards. I think go to Excadrill on the Dragapult, get my chip, and then Rillaboom cleans. That's, I think, the game plan. I think that's the game plan. We keep having opponents take forever at the end here, which is frustrating. But now I can wax poetic about this team. I feel like I think I'm gonna throw on the Grassy Seed here, because if they're going for the surprise factor of making the opponent think that it's Choice Banded when it's not, first of all, I do a Life Orb there. And I think Grassy Seed's better than the setup set. So I'm going to hope that they made a mistake. And if not, then I'm going to respectfully disagree with them. We did live. Yeah, which is kind of a misplay in my opinion then. Okay, they go Dragapult here. I think my play is Rillaboom. I think. Should be my play. Yeah. If there's Specs Flamethrower, we're in for a bad time though. If there's Scarf Flamethrower, for a very bad time. Okay, let's high horsepower. Hope we don't miss. They do Phantom Force. Interesting. Well, actually, I'll go to Rillaboom, and then we win. Great. It's a physical Dragapult, huh? Oh, it's leftovers. And yeah, that takes it. Great. GG to our opponent. We got enough time for one more. Let's try to. We balanced out. Let's try to get one more redemption game for the road here. Really haven't been using this Spectre very much at all, which is too bad because I think this is a very, very good set on it. Hex Substitute in general, even Hex sub disable I've been seeing, which is very interesting, and I love the thought of that. It helps beat some of the counters that can do it, because if you actually, Finch broke this down in one of his recent videos, but if you actually look at Spectrier, the amount of Pokemon that can hit it with multiple moves and break its sub is surprisingly low when you actually break down the tier. So it's a cool idea. And we see two RU threats from Regidrago and Zoroark. Actually, Zoroark might be down to NU, but Yeah, Regidrago, to everyone's surprise, is an RU Pokemon. It's extremely good there. I like the Aurorus lead because that just gets us our most momentum. These are not long games to begin with. You go Regieleki here. I think it's going to be Screens Regieleki if they're leading it. They have Grass Knot, so I guess not. Let's go to our Zapdos. It's rare these things aren't choice locked if they're offensive. Oh, it's Zoroark. How can someone be so dumb? Okay. Let's let Aurorus go here. And then I can start Vicious Rending. Although the question is if I want an Icicle Spear. I think I want a Vicious Rend just for the reliable damage. Icicle Spear I have a messy relationship with. It's hurt me many a time. I can't believe I fell for that Regieleki. I'm so dumb. I should have known as soon as I saw Grass Knot. If Regieleki actually had Grass Knot, it would I don't want to say be banned, but it would be a talked about Pokemon. It would be insane and completely respected. I should have known better. They go to hit Pound on here to remove my Hail, which is fair. Honestly, if you're gonna make a sack there, that's fair. Regidrago can actually be Specs or it can be. I'm okay to let this go, especially if Hail's gone. They Dragon Energy, yeah. But this can be Scarf or Specs, so we gotta respect it. If it's Scarf, then all three of these are toast, and I have to go Extra Drill. Iron Head covers everything the best. They might go. I'm going Corviknight right now. Yeah, they don't disappoint my expectations there. We should be seeing a defog right now. They do. We have enough moves to beat everything they could possibly go to here. I wonder if they go to. If I'm them, I'm going to actually one of their electric types because it resists Thunder and Hurricane moves. In fact, if I'm them, I'm going to swap to it right now. Not even on a U-turn. They stay in a U-turn, I'll be upset. Please swap. Please swap. Okay, we get that right. That's wonderful. But they're thinking that we're faster, so maybe they're going to rip a U-turn right now with their faster Tapu Koko because we have not revealed Scarf on our Extra Drill yet. So high horsepower seems good. They go for it there. Again, they still don't know for sure that we're Scarf Extra Drill. I think Zapdos probably on the U-turn. Yeah, I don't know what I could have done there otherwise, right? Regidrago comes out. It's another sack. Man, Corviknight's gonna be a problem though once this thing's gone. I guess we can see if it's Specs or not, or if it's Scarf or not. Okay, it is Specs, which I prefer. That's comforting to me. I could start getting real cheesy and start subbing and hoping for a Confuse right now. Honestly, not the worst idea in my opinion. It's a 50-50 chance. Inspecture with a sub up is going to be excellent for us. Zoroark, I don't love. Okay, they get one. They get the crit to boot. I'll give it one more try before I just knock it out. It's a 50-50 chance. It's a coin flip. If we get the coin flip, we're in a pretty good spot. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we can Hex. We get a special attack increase. Regieleki makes an appearance, probably going for. Oh wait, we don't know what this thing is, of course. Well, let's just Hex. Sure, into Zoroark, I'm guessing. Good play. I could have gone for sub there. Yeah, you know what? If I could turn back time, I would have subbed even Extra Drill, but that would have gotten the momentum with Corviknight again. If we're beating Corviknight, I'd be hard pressed to see Rillaboom do it. If you got to 2 Swords Dance ups, maybe, but I think it's going to be Spectre that does it. I gotta go Extra Drill here. They might do something to beat me here, but the U-turn, that would suck. Nope, they just stay in attack. Let's Toxic would be great if they go to anything else. They're not, no, that would be dumb. Question is if I Iron Head the Corv, or I could Rock Slide even for a little bit more damage, a little bit, tiny bit more. I'm not sure for sure. And the thing is, if they know I'm Scarf, they're gonna go to it right now. All Iron Head, it's safe. Okay, now they know I'm Scarf, and now that's like the threat established in the future in that situation. I can make a double switch to beat the Corviknight. Actually, we're in a really good spot with this Extra Drill in general. If they body press right now, that'd be bad. They flinch and can't move. I actually suspect a Rooster now that I got that off. Yep, we get that off, and I can Wisp. If they stay in, Wisp is great. But if they U-turn, I want the substitute. Let's play it safe. Okay, Brave Bird this time. Okay, let's Will-O-Wisp then. We miss. On the U-turn. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. As they go to coordinate. I wonder what this could be. This thing can completely annihilate my team though. One flamethrower I can't really swap into. And I need this for the Corviknight. So I'm forced to go Rillaboom. They Dark Pulse, which is some comfort. They should absolutely be going to their actual Corviknight here. It's all superpower. Again, just hoping to get a Roost out. I'll go to Spectre again. It all comes down to Spectre being his Corviknight and not getting U-turned on. They might U-turn right now though, which would be a crazy play, but wouldn't that'd be kind of smart though. The U-turn, we're scared. We're scared. There's no two ways about it. They cannot U-turn on us here. That'd be so bad. And they don't seem to have body press, which is a relief because otherwise, like it's hard for them to knock out our extra drill. Okay, they do this. Huge. I'm gonna Wisp again. Oh my goodness. I need this Wisp. As they go back to Corviknight. I gotta sack Rillaboom. I need this to beat the actual Corviknight. We got extra drill here. I'll double swap to Spectre, but if they just attack, it's over. Okay, they go to Corviknight here, luckily. The thing is, if they go to Zoroark again, which they should be doing, I'm gonna substitute. Oh my gosh. Oh, these Wisps are killing us. I'll sub again. Okay, I get that one. They go to Regieleki, we think. I don't know. I don't get the mechanics of Zoroark. Don't ask. I'll sub again on this Volt Switch, actually. Yeah. We didn't do that last time. And if we did, that would have helped us. And we don't know if they're going to Corviknight or not, is the scary bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. They have too few pieces and they have too much pressure with their Zoroark. If I gotten that burn off earlier, at least one of them. Okay, so they go to Zoroark here. Let's Wisp. I think we're in huge trouble. Yeah. Escudels could take one. They should swap here. 2 Corviknight. They stay in, I lose. Okay, they do it finally. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here. I think they're gonna get greedy and just go for it. In which case, I might be able to just Hex for the dub. If they U-turn, that'd be worse. Okay, can Hex take it out right now? Actually, they go Regieleki. Oh, they go to Zoroark here. Huge choke. I might just win. Did I just win? Oh wait, Regieleki's too fast. So I go to my extra drill. Do they read me with like a hyper beam or something? The ancient power, but it doesn't do it. Okay, they should be swapping to Corviknight right now, or are they faster still with the Scarf? Oh, that's tough. I might not be able to do this actually. Hold on. I want a Spectre, hoping they think of Ross, which they don't. Oh, I choke. I don't know if there's a play to be made actually, because even if I'd stayed in there, first of all, I think it's faster. It is faster, so it doesn't matter. That was a good game. Not my favorite team. Look, I'm grateful they sent it our way. Thanks again to Cer0pr and Young Lattery, but I think Hail's pretty bad. I had some fun with it in RU, where I think it's actually, if it's going to be good right now, it's an RU, and I don't think this team is going to change my opinion on it, but it was very fun to try out. So yeah, always feel free to send me teams. I always take a look at them, and I'll always at least see if I want to use it. I'm not going to promise I'll use them, but always fun to try out. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Unfortunate losses. I'm gonna have to like get some stall going if I want to reclaim all these bad lives here, but I hope you enjoyed regardless. But that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.